day. We will start with English speaking media questions first. Reminder to please direct your question to a specific player so that we may direct translation appropriately. Our first question, Benjamin Mock.
Hello, my question is for Caps and Flacked, sorry. So to Caps, this is your third MSI tournament. Does it feel any different to the ones that you've been to before? And how are you feeling in general about being here again? And to his teammates, how does it feel to be at an international tournament in your debut split in a major region, in a major region?
I can go first. Thank you for the question. I mean, every time feels a bit different. I mean, I'm at like, I guess, different points in my life. So say like it's a lot of different years. I think that I am super happy that we got to be here again. Last year was tough for me like that. I think every year though we've had a lot of very strong opponents, and this year is no exception. So I'm looking forward for the games, and I'm hoping we can get some fun matches like the other years.
Okay. I mean, to me, it feels really insane to be here. This, like a lot of people know that this is my first international tournament ever. So it's really hyped to be in a whole different country with like playing against the best teams of every single region of the world. So I'm really happy and really excited, especially to be with this team. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to the next games, and hopefully we can give some banger matches.
Next question, Fernando.
Yes, hi, good afternoon. My question goes to Caps. Caps, please feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. If I remember correctly, last time you guys faced T1 was on Worlds 2019, where y'all came out with a 3-1. Been a while ago before pandemic and everything. So I want your opinion on how do you see the difference between that match and this match in an international scene? And how do you feel the team is now, if you guys continue with the same always good mood, and how you guys feel for this match against T1 after 2 years, 3 years actually?
I mean, I think both teams are very different. I guess a few players stayed the same, but I guess the meta has shifted a lot, and also a lot of new players. So it feels like, I guess, two complete new teams. So I think the matchup will look very different than last times we met them, but I'm hoping so. Of course, the result can stay the same. I think a big part of it is, of course, the meta shift, which means that there will be different champions and different strategies being utilized. But yeah, in the end, I hope we can replicate what we did in the past.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Next question, Centinella, Eddie.
Hi, my question is for Flacker and for Gumayusi. G2 and T1 have one of the biggest rivalries in the international stage. I mean, it's like the representation between East and West. How do you feel, Gumayusi and Flacker, being part of this new generation of players that's taking on this like role of bringing the biggest banger games to the fans?
일단은 G2랑 T1 그 서로 라이벌 구도가 있고 되게 19년도 때 G2한테 호되게 당한 걸로 아는데 지금은 많이 다르다고 생각을 하고 저희가 잘 하면 이길 수 있다고 생각하고요. 뭐 이런 구도, 라이벌 구도 같은 거에서는 되게 재밌게 볼 수 있는 요소라 생각하고 그 자리에 제가 있다는 거에 상당히 뿌듯합니다.
I mean, to me, it feels really insane to be here and playing against the one. Still, something is kind of like hard to believe. It still feels like I'm dreaming. But for sure, I'm really happy to be playing with this like this caliber of AD carries like Gala and Gumayusi. I think they're like probably the best AD carries right now in the world. So for me, it's really insane and really hype playing against these guys. I think for me, I still need to some more time to become like as good as them or even better. But I think for sure for the games for the semifinals and if we make finals, I think me and Targa can play at their same level or even better.
The answer from Gumayusi was I know there's a rivalry between T1 and G2, and I believe in 2019, T1 kind of got shut down by G2, but I think it's very different now, right now. And also, if we play well, I think we will get the victory. And I think this kind of rivalry adds a lot more fun to the matchup and hype things up. So I'm so proud that I'm part of it.
Okay, next question, Vitor Ventura, Mais Esports.
Hello, Caps. My question is for you. I want to know how you feel about once again you see yourself facing Faker on an important match in international stage. Uh, it was already mentioned this rivalry between T1 and G2, but back in the day you were once called Baby Faker. So I want to know, how do you see yourself in this situation? Once again, as I said, facing Faker on an important match. Thank you.
Well, hello. I mean, I think it's awesome to go up against Faker again. I still remember season 3 watching him play Worlds, and I remember his Ari from back then, one-shotting everyone. And to play against his Ari now is a lot of fun. And I've always dreamed of playing Ari like that, and I've always dreamed of beating him and his like stronger champs like the Ari. So going up against him will be a huge honor, and it has always been so. Like the games we played against him so far, and I just really want to take him down, especially on something that he's famous for, because I've watched so many of his games on stage and solo queue of him playing with a lot of these champs. Like the champs he's very known for like Ari, LeBlanc, and if I can take them down, it would be a huge achievement for me, and I would love to be able to do that. So I'm gonna try my hardest to be in the best possible shape going up against them, and then maybe we'll be able to take them down.
Okay, final English question from Juan, Gaming Coffee. Juan, Gaming Coffee.
Hi, hello? Yes.
Oh, I see. Do you want me to speak it or do you want to type it?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. My question is for T1. We could see in the early stage very solid T1. Have you felt more pressure now?
약간 럼블 초반에는 살짝 있었던 것 같은데 이제는 좀 많이 내려놓은 것 같고 4강은 좀 부담 없이 그냥 잘 즐길 수 있을 것 같습니다.
저도 마찬가지로 이제 럼블 스테이지 초반에는 이제 G2와 RNG를 상대하면서 좀 무조건 이겨야 된다는 그런 부담감이 있었는데 이제 지금은 부담감이 다 사라지고 그냥 좋은 퍼포먼스를 보여줄 수 있을 거라고 생각합니다.
In the beginning of the Rumble stage, this was Guma Yushi's answer. In the beginning of the Rumbles, yeah, I was feeling quite a bit of pressure, but now I think we were able to get rid of it, and I think we will be able to enjoy the match starting from the semifinals. And Carrie also answered, same for me in the beginning of the Rumble stage, I had this pressure to just like we have to beat G2 and RNG in Rumble stage. So I was playing under a huge pressure, but it's gone now, and I'm pretty sure that we will be able to showcase great performance from now on.
Thank you.
We will now transition to Korean speaking media questions. Sumin.
네, 한국 매체 기자님들로부터 질문 받도록 하겠습니다. 앞서서 우선 질문 주셨던 한국경제 유주영 기자님 질문입니다. 구마유시 선수에게 질문 주셨고 럼블 스테이지 1라운드까지는 원딜 선수들이 주로 이즈, 칼리스타, 트리스타나 등을 기용했다가 2라운드 들어서 구마유시 선수가 아펠리오스를 꺼내드셨는데 그 이유가 궁금합니다.
일단은 그냥 원딜 밸류 그러니까 그냥 예 그거 칼리 이제 트타가 그렇게 높은 티어가 아니라 생각을 했고 그냥 아펠리오스는 그때 상황이 좋아가지고 했던 것 같습니다.
This question was over to Guma Yusi. In round one, a lot of AD carry players played Ezreal, Kalista, and Tristana, and then you unlocked Aphelios in round two. I'm curious why. And his answer was, so I think it's mostly because of the value of AD carry. So we thought Kalista, Ezreal, and Tristana, their tier isn't that really high, and also Aphelios was a good fit in the given situation.
네, 다음 질문은 손 들어주신 포머스 김영근 기자님께서 질문해 주시면 감사하겠습니다.
네, 감사합니다. 들리시나요?
네, 잘
예.
들립니다.
네, 저는 캐리아 선수께 질문 드리겠습니다. G2 1라운드와 2라운드 그리고 이제 세 번째 맞이하시게 됐습니다. 세 번째 맞이하시는 G2전에 대한 좀 소감 그런 걸 좀 듣고 싶고요. 지금 발전을 하면서 계속 이제 좀 안정된 모습을 보여주고 계시는데 그래도 G2전에 이제 쉽지 않은 경기가 될 것 같아서 그 부분에 대한 약간 좀 가지고 있는 생각, 약간 고민 그런 게 있다면 좀 들려주시면 감사하겠습니다.
이번 MS에서 꼭 다전제에서 G2랑 RNG 둘 다 만나고 싶었는데 저희가 G2랑 G2만 이긴다면 RNG까지 만날 확률이 되게 높다 생각해서 G2전 꼭 이기고 싶고 그리고 뭐 G2전 1라운드 끝나고 인터뷰에서 말했듯이 G2 상대로 저희가 본 실력만 제대로 보여준다면은 다전제에서 한 세트도 안 내주고 이길 거라고 자신하고 있습니다.
네, 감사합니다.
This question was over to Keria. This is your third match against G2 since the first round and the second round of the Rumble stage. So ever since the Rumble stage has proceeded, I think we were able to see more of solid T1 play. However, at the same time, this G2 series will not be easy for you. So what's your thought in general? And also, is there any concern regarding the G2 game? And his answer was, I really wanted to play best of 5 against both G2 and RNG. And if we get to beat G2 in the semifinals, there's a very high chance of meeting RNG as well. So I really want to take G2 down. And also, just like I said in the interview after the G2 match, as long as we can pull off our full potential against G2, I'm very confident to beat them without dropping any game.
네, 다음 질문으로 진행하겠습니다. 앞서 질문을 못하셨던 분 우선 진행하도록 하겠습니다. 스포츠 AI 김건혁 기자님 질문입니다. G2 캡스 선수에게 질문입니다. G2가 올해 양코스 선수와 캡스 선수만을 남긴 채 대규모 리빌딩을 단행했는데 리빌딩 첫 시즌 만에 스프링 시즌 우승과 함께 MSI 4강에 진출했습니다. 새로운 팀원들과 이렇게 좋은 성적을 낼 수 있게 된 원동력이 무엇이라고 생각하시는지 궁금합니다.
This question is over to Caps. This season was the season where G2 kind of made a full rebuild on the roster, just keeping Yankos and Caps. And you guys were able to win the trophy in the first season with the new lineup, and also you guys made it to the semifinals at MSI. So how were you guys able to perform so well with the new players?
I think we, well, thank you for the question. And I think we had a long off season, partly because we didn't do very well last year. So we had a lot of time to figure out what we want to do for this year. And that meant we could do very early tryouts, which we've never really done before, and trying out a bunch of players. We had few requests a lot for staff as well. And it gave us the opportunity to figure out which players and staff fit us the best. And in the end, I think it showed off really well. I'm super happy with everyone who's been joining us, whether it's staff or players, how they've been contributing to our success. And I'm hoping that this semis and hopefully final as well will be, I guess, further good showing from us, because I think we have a very strong bond and a very good environment to get the best performance out of us.
네, 마지막 질문입니다. 게임 동화 조영준 기자님께서 캐리아 선수에게 주신 질문입니다. G2 라인 중에 가장 경계해야 되는 라인이 어디라고 생각하시는지 그 이유까지 궁금합니다.
MSI 모든 팀들 경기 보면서 많이 좀 분석했었고, G2 경기를 보면서 제일 많이 들었던 생각은 그냥 제 생각보다 좀 바텀 라이너 선수들의 움직임이 그렇게 생각보다 좋지 않았던 것 같고, 그리고 제일 까다로운 움직임을 가진다고 생각했던 선수들은 그냥 캡스 선수랑 얀코스 선수였던 것 같아요.
This question was over to Kyria. Which lane or role of G2 do you think you should look out for the most? And his answer was, I've been analyzing a lot of stuff by watching every team play at MSI. And after watching G2 play, I kind of realized and figured that not their bottom laners are not actually like showing off the best performance compared to my expectation. And the ones that have the most tricky or the trickiest moves around the map was Caps and Yankos.
Okay, we will now transition to Chinese media questions. Roxy.
好的，我们现在接受中文媒体的提问。第一个问题想问问 Carrie，在下路对线的时候，一般角色是两人一起做，还是其中一个人主要来指挥呢？如何看待 ADC 和辅助这种角色方式？
The first question is over to Carrier. In the laning phase, who's the one like making the man decision? Is this the two of you make the decision together, or you have a man shot caller? And how do you feel about this kind of decision?
질문을 정확하게 이해 못해서 한 번만 다시 말씀 주시면. 뭐 다른 저의 기준으로는 이제 바텀 라이너를 쓸 때 이제 서포터가 더 많은 이제 의견 제시를 해야 된다 생각하고, 그리고 그냥 저희는 그냥 상황에 맞게 자기가 원하는 플레이들을 서로 말하면서 주고받으면서 그렇게 이어나가고 있는 것 같아요. 저희 바텀들은.
So Karia answered, I believe that during the laning phase on the bottom lane, I think supports should be the one being vocal about gameplays. And for us, I think we are having a lot of communication on how we want to play from both sides.
好的，下一个问题想问一下 Caps，作为队里的老大哥，今年队伍也有一些新的面孔，那例如Flacked 和 Tagmas 都是第一次参加国际赛，请问你有分享过一些经验给他们吗？
This question is over to Caps as a veteran in Set G2. And for this year, the teams have some rookies like Flacked and Togmers. This is their first time to be here on the international stage. So have you shared some experience to them?
I mean, I like to think so. I like to think that I guess, given them some of the experience from older tournaments. And yeah, I mean, I think these tournaments are always very, I guess, roller coasters, like this one in particular. But every tournament has its ups and downs. And I think just staying like level-headed and making sure you keep your own best performance, that's like the best you can do.
캡스 선수의 답변.
好的，下一个问题想提问 Gumayusi，G2 曾经多次在国际赛上击败过你们，那这次半决赛和 G2 交手有没有什么想对对手说的？
This question is over to Kumayushi. G2 got the win against T1 for so many times in the international stage, and this time in the semifinal of MSI, you guys were able to face against each other again. So do you have any words you want to say to G2?
저도 앞부분을 제대로 못 들어서 다시 한번 말씀 부탁드려도 될까요? 아까도 말했듯이 예전 T1과 지금의 T1은 많이 다르다고 생각하고, 뭐 G2에게 해주고 싶은 말이 있다면은 이번에는 이길 거라는 기대를 하지 말라는 말을 해주고 싶네요.
Gumayusi answered, just like I mentioned earlier today, I believe T1 back then and T1 right now is really different. And also, I would like to say this, please do not expect to win this time around. Thank you.
下一个问题，哔哩哔哩。
你好，哔哩哔哩记者，想请问下 G2 的2位，英雄联盟的玩家们来自全世界各地，对世界文化交流有非常了不起的成就。G2 的队员们也来自欧洲各个国家，大家的成长环境啊、语言文化也都有着不同的地方，但是这并不影响队员们配合如此精彩，成为世界一流的强队。想请问队伍里有因为 文化冲突产生过问题吗？又是如何成功解决的呢？
This question is over to both players from G2. It feels like esports can be a very good platform for the cultural exchange and cultural communication. And as I believe in G2, you guys have different cultural backgrounds. So do you guys have some problems in solving with them? And how did you guys manage to handle with it to have a very good atmosphere? This question is to Caps and Fleckit. This question is to Caps and Fleckit. We all believe esports can be a super good platform for cultural exchange and cultural communication. And I believe in G2, you guys have different cultural background. So did you guys face any problem or issues in handling with a different cultural background? And how did you guys manage to handle with it so well in order to have such a good atmosphere as a whole?
I mean, definitely esports is kind of cool like that. I mean, I've been traveling all around the world, meeting people from all around the world, and we all have this common goal, or I guess common hobby of League of Legends, right? And a lot of the people I meet as well as also have the common goal of becoming the best. And it has been awesome. It's been an awesome journey. I think specifically for us in G2 and even my past teams, we are definitely also coming from different backgrounds, different countries. I'm not sure if there's ever really been too many problems based on that. I feel like usually people are quite open-minded at dealing with whichever like have kind of the same expectations, because we try to set them very early on what our expectations are and how we want to work together. So I'm not sure if there's any like issues I can think of coming from that. Maybe people deal with problems differently. Some people are very open-minded at sharing their thoughts and feelings, while others might hold things back and try to be more polite. But there's not really anything that we haven't been not very effective at dealing with, I feel like. But maybe Flag has something.
I mean, to me, it's kind of what Cap said. In all of the teams I've been, I mean, I haven't been in many teams because I haven't been competing for like very long. But in all of the teams I've been, I think League links every single team member and every single people in staff and management. I think everyone, whenever they join a team, they always have the same goal. That is winning and becoming the best player possible. So I don't remember having any single problem with like all of my previous and actual, I mean, and current teammates. But yeah, I would say we're usually in esports we're like kind of young players with like not much experience in life, I would say. So, and everyone has the same passion for the game. So there's no like time for like conflicts between players, because everyone is like, at least in my teams, everyone has always been really focused on winning and performing and having like a really good vibe inside the team. So for me, there has never been like really big or serious issues.
好的，最后一个中文问题，想问一下Caps，对抗赛，之前的比赛你们和 T1 的两场胜负，两场交手互有胜负，那么在接下来 BO5的对抗中需要注意一些什么呢？
So this question is over to Caps. Based on the results between G2 and T1, you guys have a 1-1 scoreline based on the head-to-head records. So in the upcoming best of 5, which part do you think you need to pay more attention to in order to have a very good performance?
I mean, I think there's a lot of things, like a lot of goals we have coming into the series and things we want to make sure go right. The 2 games we have were quite different in their own rights. I think a big thing for us is like coming in confident and playing with that confidence. I think the second game, like second time we met T1, we were starting to go on the losing streak after breaking the win streak, and I think that hurt our confidence somewhat. And we were overthinking things a bit and being to some extent a bit indecisive. And we didn't play with the same confidence we had previously. But I think at this point we have kind of overcome now the losing streak and we're starting a new win streak. So I think with that in mind, we will look to come in with a lot of confidence, and based on a lot of the scouting we have been doing and will be doing the next 2 days, I'm sure we can figure out some good strategies to take down T1.
Thank you, everyone. That's all the time we have for questions today. Please make sure to join us tomorrow at 5 p.m. KST for RNG versus EG. And on Saturday, May 28th at 5 p.m. KST, we will have T1 versus G2. Thank you.